Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about a mastermind theory, and originally this was going to be a long video talking about 3 different possibilities that I think could be the mastermind of this game and could be the girl that they showed at the end of the Tokyo Game Show trailer for Danganronpa 3. But once I started kind of jotting down the notes for it, I realized it was going to be way too long of a video. So I decided to split it up into 3 different parts. So the first video is going to be talking about the theory involving Monaca and how she could possibly be the Danganronpa 3 protagonist. But before we go into that, I do want to say that today is actually the 5th anniversary of Danganronpa, and there was an event for that. I was going to make a video for it, but they didn't really reveal any new information about Danganronpa, like, at all. I will post a link to the video. Somebody recorded it on YouTube, so I'll post a link to that video. It's about 4 hours long, and it's not translated. It's really just the creators, some of the developers really just playing the beginning of, like, each game. But if you want to watch it, you can. I'll post a link to it. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and dive right into this theory. So Monaca from Danganronpa Another Episode, aka Satan, as I like to call her. But basically, a lot of people think that the girl who was showed at the end of the Danganronpa 3 trailer at the Tokyo Game Show was in fact Monaca, because we already know that the creator had talked about having this take place in the future. And so she could be much older now, and she could have, I guess, a bigger bust, because it's pretty much what they showed in the trailer was like her bust line. And so the reason that people think that this could be Monaca is also obviously at the end of Danganronpa Another Episode, it shows her with the little minions that she has throughout like the game, with like the Monokuma heads, just kind of setting up where she'll be working as the new Junko, and she's dressed as Junko. I'll put the picture on the screen, but you can see she's working as Junko. She's kind of setting up what seems to be like another Danganronpa game. And of course at the end of the game she also talks to Komaeda about how he wants to make her Junko to see, you know, more hope in the world, because, you know, crazy Komaeda wants to create despair to create hope. But so to me, this theory of her just kind of being the mastermind and that's it seems almost too obvious. To me, this is Danganronpa, so I just don't see them being like, oh, Monaca is the antagonist and that's it. She's just the antagonist. I think if she is, there's going to be some sort of crazy plot twist. Something's going to be wrong with her. Something's going to have happened in between the end of another episode and the beginning of Danganronpa 3 that we're not aware of. And so I think it'd either be something maybe that happened to her, like I know she was planning to perform some sort of like ritual on Kamaru at the end of another episode. Maybe she performed it on herself and now she's like really messed up. Or what I think is the most likely thing that would happen for like a plot twist that I've come up with is that you start out the game, the whole game just sets it up to look like Monaca's the mastermind, and you have the kids with the Monokuma heads on and they're giving you instructions or blocking areas that you can't go into yet. And so kind of like you're playing the game and you think like, okay, it has to be Monaca because we're seeing the kids where, you know, we saw the ending of another episode. But then I think at like the 5th trial it'll like just blackball, like just, you know, turn, like do a 360 and it'll end up being someone else. And what I was thinking is possibly maybe she'll get killed by a Junko worshiper, or they'll kind of like start working with her. There has to be something or somebody else. And so the possibility that I would think out of the people we already know from the previous games would be either Mikan or Komaeda. And the reason I say this is because there's actually another theory about them and how it says they're the only 2 that actually died in the second game that have a chance of surviving or waking up from unconsciousness, other than the survivors, obviously. And the reason for that is because they're the only 2 who died that know that they were in a virtual world inside of the second game. And in the second game, they kind of say something along the lines of like, if you believe it's real, then it becomes real. And so that's why they were saying all the people who died, like Peko and Teru, they're all dead because they believed it was real, so they're dead now. And with Mikan and Komaeda, they actually realized it was a virtual world because Mikan got the remembering disease, and then Komaeda got the file basically saying that, just kind of revealing all the secrets about the second game pretty much, and then he went on the murder rampage. But I would say that it would have to be one of those 2, or those are the most 2 that I think are likely to show up from the second game at least, that would be helping her. And if it is Mikan, I think it would probably be that she finds Monaca and she's so obsessed with Junko and so like in love with Junko, she would probably say that Monaca like wasn't fit to be Junko's heir, that she wasn't, you know, good enough to be Junko, so maybe she would like kill her and then try and take over for herself, or maybe try to work with her and make her the perfect Junko as like Komaeda was doing. And I think with him it would be sort of the similar situation. Either he would kill her because he hates Junko and he would take over to create despair, or he would just help her again to create despair, hope, because he hates despair, he loves hope. So I think it would be something along the lines of that. But that's pretty much the idea I have for the whole Monaca thing as to what could happen with that. These are all theories and stuff mostly that I've come up with, and just a little bit of things that I've seen online. And what do you guys think of this? Do you think that she'll be the mastermind? What do you think of this theory? Do you have your own? Do you have your own ideas about Monaca being this sort of mastermind? And just feel free to leave them in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, subscribe for more Danganronpa content. And I will continue to try and keep you guys updated about the Danganronpa 3 event on December 2nd. They talked about live streams being hosted, and I am searching every day to see if there's any sort of announcements as to where that live stream will be and where we can go to find it. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.